around the city till that started, keeping an eye on things. If you haven't run into him yet, I'm sure you will. A lot. Having gotten the reaction he wanted from her, Dante's focus shifts to what she might actually know. There's always something interesting happening when the SSF gets involved. The SSF were supernatural secrecy forces, not like the police. It's an international security and intelligence agency tasked with ensuring that the existence of supernatural doesn't come to light, which we know from the previous stream. Oh, shit, dude. I just noticed that my stream stopped and restarted. I'm bloody tastic. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, I'm just checking Twitch. There we go. Phone in. Content. That. Oh, yay. And it's in 2 pieces. I have no idea how much is missing. So the first part is almost 2 hours. 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna give me a moment. I'm gonna mute my microphone for a bit. Okay, I know where I left off with, where the video left off. I don't know where the video started again. And there's no one in chat. I wonder. No, doesn't look like I can. Because the problem is, even if I'm on the current stream, it doesn't let me go back to the beginning of the current stream. Let's see if I can do something. Oh. That isn't doing any good either. Okay. Figured out a way to see where it picked up again. Okay, so I'm gonna have to scroll back a bit. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so the previous video, as people probably guessed, left off with Dante joining Circe, Edgar, and Raoul, and this one, of course, picked up originally with Dante not bringing up Abraxas to annoy Circe. There it is. Come on, scroll forward. Beer in hand, Dante finally joins the group waiting for him. He takes a seat next to Raoul, pretending he doesn't notice Circe's unblinking stare. Circe and Edgar are a vampire and a human who run a private investigation agency together. Dante would find their partnership weird if he didn't know Orion and his wife. We still make two abnormal pairs, two weak humans working together with two dangerous supernaturals. I can tell exactly why Raoul and Edgar can connect with each other. Edgar and Raoul have a friendly enough relationship to chat whenever they run into each other at the Golden Cat. As a result, Dante and Circe have also started running into each other. Circe's as nice as she always is, which means she's not. She jumps at the chance to tease him. Okay. Jeez. Come on, work with me. There we go. The stream on my tablet that I'm using to manage got froze. Did you forget to brush your hair this morning, or did you run into trouble on your way here? If anyone's picking on you, you can always let me know. I don't like animal abuse. He'd comment on that, but he has an easier retort thanks to having heard about Abraxas being around. Just ran into Abraxas. Seen him recently? Circe doesn't even try to hide her disdain. Not really. Gotcha. I heard he and his agents were snooping around that museum that exploded, interviewing potential witnesses. Guess they'll be wandering all around the city till that's sorted, keeping an eye on things. And there we go, caught up. Ugh. If you haven't run into him yet, I'm sure you will. A lot. Having gotten the reaction he wanted from her, Dante's focus shifts to what she might actually know. There's always something interesting happening when the SSF gets involved. The SSF, or Supernatural Secrecy Force, is not like the police. It's an international security and intelligence agency tasked with ensuring that the existence of supernaturals doesn't come to light. Abraxas is the captain of the SSF's North Haven branch. Dante doesn't care too much about them. They don't get involved with the police unless there's a problem, so they've never bothered him. Even when Abraxas does visit the station, it's got nothing to do with Dante. But that doesn't mean he doesn't find their work interesting. It's entertainment, at least. Heard anything about that, though? Circe just shrugs. Her disinterest would be believable if she didn't rattle off the next couple of sentences so quickly, making it obvious she's trying to change the subject. Not sure what you're asking me for. I haven't got a clue what they're up to, and speaking from experience, it's best if it stays that way. Actually, why do you even care? Aren't the SSF and the police supposed to stay out of each other's business as much as they can? Unless it's related to whatever the two of you are working on. Raoul wouldn't tell us anything, but maybe you will. Raoul takes a sip of his beer the same way he sips from his coffee when Dante is talking nonsense. You didn't give me the chance to say anything. As if you would have told me the truth if I did. Circe stares Dante down. He holds back the urge to comment that if she had shared a story of her own, he'd be more inclined to talk. Well, since you asked so nicely, no. You suck. I don't. That's your job. Next to them, Edgar fidgets nervously, then interrupts them carefully. Okay, well, you two look busy. We're in desperate need of a drink. We'll leave you to it. But, come on, Circe. You've bothered them enough for tonight. How dare you? I'm perfectly lovely and pleasant to be around. Raoul offers a wave, looking faintly relieved when Edgar gets up. Good to see you, Edgar. Yeah, cheers. Circe allows herself to get dragged away to another corner of the bar. Both Dante and Raoul watch them for a moment until Raoul glances at him. Can she hear us from over there? Dante shrugs, making himself comfortable in his seat. This close? Yes, but she's not that curious about it. Especially not when she's already distracted talking to Edgar and the bartender. If you say so. Before we get into what happened, you ran into Abraxas? No, just wanted to mess with her. But they did mention the SSF at Mirage, so it's better if he's not on this case. Now give me a summary of what happened. Found Zeno. He says he doesn't remember anything useful. I also ran into a hooded man who may or may not be ridiculously powerful supernatural involved in all this. And I found a corpse, so I woke up some random people to call the station. Raoul stares at Dante for a solid 10 seconds. Dante stares back, silent. You know what? I take it back. Tell me every single thing you remember happening, in order. You serious? I didn't think your summary would be that bad. Maybe your instructions just suck. It was a summary. Could you just be helpful for once? I'd like to finish up for tonight. So would I. Long version then. Partway through his retelling, Raoul starts to frown. Now he's tapping the table, eyes closed in thought. Dante waits, letting him sort out whatever is going on in his head. Do I get another drink while he's thinking? Oh, done. Before we talk more about this, I have 2 questions for you. So many questions today. That is, sadly, part of our job. Number 1, putting aside whether Zeno is actually involved and putting aside whatever relationship the 2 of you have, do you believe him when he says he doesn't remember anything about a new drug? I hope this is almost finished. I can feel my voice fading. Yes. He looked honestly confused when he said he didn't recall hearing about it, and upset when he heard that people were dying. From what I know of him, he does forget things easily. The first 3 times we met, he couldn't even remember my face. But I don't think he would have lied if he did remember. It wouldn't be to his advantage to admit it. Thing is, he doesn't care about advantages and disadvantages. Zeno's been prowling about all kinds of illegal stuff to me ever since we met. He doesn't think it's an issue. Raoul nods. Second question. What, accepting my word without complaining? I just want to hear your opinion, nothing else. Doesn't mean I agree or disagree. That mysterious stranger you ran into, would you say he's on our side or not? As in, does he want the unknown substance gone? Or to take it for himself? Or is he just curious? For the record, I'm going to continue calling it a drug because it's easier than talking about an unknown cause. That's fair. Does seem most likely for now, though. Too many addicts involved. That man... This is definitely not one to roll a dice for. He's not involved at all. I have my doubts that he's related to this in any way. I know you didn't mean it seriously, but I do think you could be checking out of curiosity. Is that something these supernaturals do? Poke your nose into dangerous stuff for fun? The long-lived ones? Yes. The longer you live and the more power you have, the easier you get bored. It could be fair to assume he wanted a distraction from his daily life. I didn't meet him, so I'll take your thoughts into account for now. What do you think? I think that we should avoid a stranger who might be dangerous unless we have a decent reason to assume he's part of this situation. I haven't ever seen you worry about another supernatural strength. This is the first time. I don't think we want to run into him again. So guess what? They are going to run into him again. Dante both agrees and disagrees with that. As for Zeno, maybe he doesn't remember anything, but he knows something. The chance that any substance in North Haven passes him by unseen is just too low. It's not like Zeno filters who he works with. If you've got money and time, he will take the job. I'd start by tracking down more dealers. If it is a drug, someone has to be selling it. Don't I get a say in this? You do. I've said what I would do. What about you? How do you think we should approach this? You have reached the end of the Burn the Midnight Oil demo. Thank you for playing. To support the full game's development and for more news on Burn the Midnight Oil, check out our Kickstarter, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. And that's it. Okay. So, thank you to everyone for coming. And this one didn't take as long as Circe's. Definitely interested to see where this goes. I definitely want to play both routes fully now. Even if you can't support them on Kickstarter, you can wishlist the game on Steam, and that will show that there is definite interest in the game. I've done that with a few games and then ended up buying them on itch. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. Next week I think I'll be streaming on Wednesday. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have anything planned for that. Anything else planned for Wednesday, so I should be able to stream on Wednesday. This week was unique. Because my sister's like, hey, let's go to downtown Disney, since she's off work this week and I don't have class this week. So there we go. And I'm like, sure, I've never been to downtown Disney. So there we go. That's what we're doing. Next week, I still haven't decided fully if I want to stream anything messing around with the solo TTRPG by Two Flower, who has basically been doing the games for Fiction Factory Games, or if I'm going to do a new game from Skywrite Studios. I guess I'll decide next week. But yeah, I really enjoy playing Burn the Midnight Oil, and so I do recommend supporting the Kickstarter if you can, or at least wishlisting on stream. You can look it up on Steam, and if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you can I will have the links in the description for finding it on itch, on Steam, and the Kickstarter. And of course, I have been linking to their Blue Sky account when I announced that I'm going live. I don't know why it decided my internet connection decided to fritz for a bit there, but I'm glad that I actually caught it as quickly as I did. I mostly noticed because I have the timer visible on my tablet while I'm watching the stream, and I noticed that the timer had reset, so it's like, oh, butts. Okay, so you all take care. It will either be solo TTRPG, or at least going over the core rules, or playing a visual novel by Skyrise Studios. So one of the two. It'll depend on how much I poke at the solo TTRPG rules while off stream. So take care, drink water, eat food, take your meds, take a nap, take a shower, whatever you need to do for self-care. And I'll catch you next time. Bye!